Let's talk about the missing piece between your head and your heart. Oftentimes, clients will know what's going on, but they still feel that emotional pull. It's more than somatic healing. Let's dive in. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Candice Vandell. If you're new here, I've been a spiritual mentor for the last 12 years. I teach courses, I have a podcast, and a membership. Right now, the membership meets every single month, level 2. If you want to dive in deep with me and you can't afford coaching, check out the link for the Truth Room. Let's dive into this topic. If you're new here, please click the little subscribe button, the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. If you've been with me for a while, of course, thank you so much and welcome back. The head and the heart, you guys. Integration is not only inner child work, but there's something you can start practicing right now. I've been saying this for the last 12 years. You have to get real about how you feel so you can heal. What does that mean? When we are activating 4D, listen, we are souls having a human experience. We're from the 5D. We live in the 3D material world that is an emotional dark age, right? So we have to activate 4D. When we activate our voice activation is 4D. You have to notice something. What is connecting your head and your heart? Your voice. Nobody talks about this because nobody's really living this, or they don't make the connection. But I made the connection a long time ago, and that's how I catapulted my life into my authentic reality, into my God-given purpose, into healthy, amazing relationships and abundant work. And deep connections. When we are deeply connected to ourselves, we're deeply connected to all of life. So what do you do to activate 4D? You have to speak the truth. This is the hardest thing for my clients. They're like, well, I can't because I'll get rejected or they can't handle my emotions. Great. You have to get really strategic about it. You have to understand what you're doing and you have to commit to yourself that you will speak your truth no matter what, no matter who is listening. But in order to feel confident in that, you have to be very confident in what your truth is. What I'm feeling makes sense. This is where we go into the emotional validation work, right? I have many courses on that. Also, if you're in Truth Room level 2, you get all my courses. So might want to look at that, right? Because you do them all, not just one, but all of them, right? And in my courses, I am very specific about how to get really ingrained, anchored in your truth. Let's give an example. If your truth is, this is for highly sensitive people in specific, you guys oftentimes, we guys, feel people's intentions, whether they are aware of what they're putting out there or not. So you can start to feel things that other people are gaslighting and not validating because you're feeling an intention that they're not even admitting to. What I always say in my groups is that highly sensitive people can feel into the denial of others. So know that you're doing that. So knowing you're feeling something that probably won't get validated. So if I speak my truth, it won't get validated, correct? But if you speak your truth and you validate the fact that I know I'm feeling this and I trust my intuition, I trust myself, I trust what I'm experiencing, then you can get yourself to a safe place and start self-validating over what they're going to do. But what you can also understand when you start to do this self-validation work is that I know I'm accurate about this. I also know they're in denial of this. So to reach them and connect with them, it's not about sharing my emotional experience because that's going to be gaslit. You don't want to do that. It's about articulating. People say I'm really good at articulating experiences in ways they've never heard before because I got really good at articulating my truth. So I can articulate your truth. And so here's the reality is you have to articulate, okay, I know I'm feeling this. I can't go to them to soothe my emotions because they're not in truth. They're in denial of emotion and probably their own emotion if they're denying mine. So what I have to do is get literal. Hey people, XYZ is happening. I'm feeling this. No, you're not aware of that? Okay, let's have lunch. Oh, you don't want to have lunch? Interesting. So that's what I was feeling. I was feeling like there was a rejection in the room that you weren't speaking. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. In that moment, you're holding on to your power. In that moment, you're integrating your head and your heart. Instead of going right into your body and feeling the somatic experiences that then, if it's an emotional pain body, it's telling your mind what to think because of the emotion. That's the difference between emotional trauma and emotional pain body. In emotional trauma, you're thinking things and it creates an emotion. In a pain body, you're having a feeling and it creates thoughts, right? Something to get clear on. So if you're someone who has both, then you're all over the place. And what you have to do is start validating what you're feeling as truth for you, whether they validate it or not, and speaking that truth out loud, but not emotionally. Speaking the truth, not by compromising the truth so they can understand, but speaking your truth and saying, you may not feel this or understand this or have this experience, but this is my experience. The more you do that, the more you write it all out and then read it out loud, you're activating your 4D. The more truth you start speaking, the more you align your actions with that truth you're speaking, regardless of others, regardless of how you're taken, regardless of how you're received, regardless of how other people think about you, regardless of how other people treat you. When you can connect to yourself and say, I'll still choose me. I know I'm right. I'm going to get myself safety. I'm going to start taking care of myself. What people do is they're like, well, Candace, I'm doing all this self-care, but I'm not feeling any better. Are you speaking the truth to yourself? The answer is usually no. When you're speaking the truth while you're doing self-care, you're integrating. When you're just doing self-care, you're band-aiding or scapegoating or actually bypassing the truth that needs you to speak it. Your inner child is truth. They don't know how to lie. So if your inner child is truth and your voice box is not activated, you're just doing things to make sure that you can feel better. But you never fully feel better in those situations because you didn't speak your truth. Excuse me. So speaking your truth, owning your truth, taking aligned action steps with your voice, with your activated truth, is how we integrate ourselves. We connect our head to our heart. We connect our inner child to ourselves. And we connect our truth to our life. All right, you guys, if you have any comments, please leave them below. Please share this video with one person you think it could help. Please check out my truth room. I've reopened the doors because so many people are like, how do I get in your group? This is how. You click the link and you join level 2 if you want to join us live. If you just want to listen to it and get all the mini courses for free, join level 1. If you want all my major courses included, level 2. And if you want to join us April 9th for inner work, the cheapest way is to join level 3 of the truth room. Or you can just join inner work on its own. The benefits of joining level 3 to do inner work is that you get all the courses and you get more live calls and you also get an entire curriculum. So things to think about. If you have any questions, again, just leave them below. Share this video. I love you guys and I'll see you soon.